I don't know where he got the voice. There you go, Jerry Lee Willis.
Jerry.
Scary Jerry.
Jerry.
Scary Jerry. Scary Jerry. Scary Jerry, that's the man we know.
He's scary. Jerry.
Oh, he's scary.
Jerry.
Scary Jerry.
Jerry.
Scary Jerry.
Scary Jerry. Yanki and Brit in the RTM Radio Network Friday. What's going on besides being scared? Where'd you get that voice, Jerry Lee? What the hell's up with that?
That didn't sound like Jerry. And where's my microphone?
Getting all cool and everything on everybody over here with that voice over there, singing that song.
Kind of voice over there.
How in the hell does isn't that supposed to be arthritis? Osteoarthrosis. Oh, yeah, okay. How does osteoarthrosis rhyme with Thomas?
This is supposed to rhyme with Thomas as well. Oh, I guess it kind of does. Thomas upon us.
Thomas is upon us.
Yes.
There's my next line.
What? Thomas
When
is
he comes
upon
in the
us.
house and always beats me in the door. Thomas is upon us.
Thomas is upon us.
Get off of me, you faggot.
Tom Ass is here again to beat us in the chat room.
What did he say? I thought the helmet was for all the shit flying around the chat room. All right. Well, he doesn't get to leave the key into the scary gnome anymore. You've lost control.
Well, Thomas is supposed to clean up
That's
the chat room at
llamas,
the
not
end of
Thomas.
the night.
I guess you can halfway
Llamas
make
Thomas.
it rhyme. Llamas Thomas.
Thomas.
Is that kind of like instead of Llama Llama Pig Bang, it's Thomas Pig Bang?
Ting tang.
Thomas Llama.
Big bang.
Thomas Pig Bang. So how's everybody? Hi, beautiful Coral. How are you there, love?
Yes, the beautiful, beautiful Cora.
That's better. And, of course, the big B.A., Brenda. What's going on there?
Blender.
We're going to call her Ba from now on. Brenda
will.
Acker Antoniazzi.
Whatever that big word is.
It's B-A-A. Ba. Ba.
Bah.
Okay, we're always picking on Brenda. Let's see, what we missing over here? The Nancy Bauer. There's me Nancy up on the table again.
The queen of table dancing is in our chat room.
Don't be dancing on the table with your pig leg because it's slippery.
Where the bloody hell's Benny tonight?
You'll slip and fall
Bloody hell is
and
Benny?
get splinters in your arse. Oh, me pig leg. It's
In
been
our
splintered.
arse.
I have no idea what I'm talking about. Not a friggin' clue.
I know.
What, Antoniazzi? It's right there in front of me. It's not that hard. I bet a lot of people screw it up, don't they? Como está tu llama? I have to remember what that is. Man, I haven't used any of that stuff for a long time. And I live around those people. I don't think you got it quite right. You
Maybe
might
Jerry
have,
wants
though.
to bang llamas.
Como está tu llama? All right. Translate the damn
And he's
thing
put it
for
in
me.
a different language because he thinks nobody will work it out.
I see. That is your flame.
Well, that sounds pretty boring, Jerry.
Como está is what that's all that's all I know, really, pretty much. Hola, señor, ¿cómo está?
Brenda the Blender
Estoy
said,
bien,
what is your
gracias.
name? Well, if you
You know,
don't know my name now...
Arr.
Oh, it's Spice Fest for Benny. This weekend, that's why.
What is
he's
your
not
name?
here.
What is whose name?
You don't know my name by now.
I don't know who she's... Spice Fest for Benny this weekend. Oh, that's right. That might be where he is. I think he said he was going, or he advertised it, posted it, I should say, so that might be where he is. Which is good for him. Go out and have some fun while it's not raining.
Yes.
Because it will be raining again over there, because it's going to rain here tomorrow. That is the answer to the question by Jerry.
Maybe.
Oh, what is your name? Oh, well, he got it wrong, because the translation came up as, what is your flame?
Oh! Speaking of rhyming. Name flame. Well, maybe Benny is having lots of spices tonight, lots of hot food that's going to make his backside burn when he sits on the toilet.
So he'll be in and out of the chat tomorrow night. Let's see. Spanish detected. ¿Cómo está tu llama? And the English translation in Google Translate says, "Haz esta your call." And I think that's because he has it spelled wrong.
Oh, Jerry.
I'm pretty sure that's why it does that, because of the spelling. It translates what it sees. So what is you jumping little...
Oh.
Fed up with this.
Randy stopped himself from swearing just then. Did you hear that, guys and gals?
One more time and it's going to not matter. What the hell is wrong with this stupid thing?
Ooh, ee, ooh, ah, ah, ding, dang, walla, walla, pig, bang.
Look, it's not working or something here.
Bang, walla, walla, bang, bang.
Goofy friggin' piece of... Oh, now it says edit. What is your name?
Name.
I remembered it. ¿Cuál es tu nombre? Oh, now it says it's something different. Whatever
And if
happened
you press that, it can tell you how it sounds. If you press the little loudspeaker.
Yeah, but why? That's not the translation I was taught. I know what Jerry's trying to
Maybe
say.
you've been saying it wrong all this time.
¿Cuál es su nombre?
¿Cuál es su nombre?
What is your name?
So you
Jack
can-
shit right at the moment.
So you can learn Spanish on the Yankee and the Brit show.
I know. It just doesn't make any sense why it come out that way.
Como se llama? Brenda the Blender said.
¿Cómo está? How's it going? Yes, I remember that now.
¿Cómo está?
How is it going?
It is going just fine. Now, if you say como, say, how do you spell that? ¿Cómo se llama?
You do know this is a radio show.
¿Cómo
don't
se
you?
llama? Como, C-O-M-O-S-E, space L-L-A-M-A.
Llama.
What is your name?
¿Cómo se llama?
What is your name?
There you go.
Como se llama?
Mystery solved. Now,
So
see,
now
I've used that a few times when we go out and we need a jump start or something on the truck. Now, I've said that to a few people, and I've obviously got it right because nobody slapped me, knocked me down, or
least
called
we-
me a Yankee.
At least we know that Jerry Lee Willis.
Jerry says mine is Spanglish.
At least we know Jerry Lee Willis in the chat room has not got an obsession with llamas.
Not yet, that you know of. All you had to do was ask.
I suppose.
Oh, Jerry says, how is your llama? That's the translation. I see. Why didn't I think of that? Okay. So if we did something silly like, what if we said Brenda se llama?
What does Google Translate say when you type in Brenda the Blender?
Brenda se llama is Brenda is called.
Brenda se llama.
Brenda is called.
Type in Brenda the Blender. What does it say?
Oh, let me do. There it is. ¿Cómo se llama? Is Blender.
Brenda is called Blender.
Brenda se llama is Blender.
Brenda is called is Blender. How do you say a? Like, you know. How do you do that?
You know this is radio and we're not supposed to have dead air.
There's not.
You're supposed to have all this organised while the music's playing.
Oh, okay.
Brenda se llama Blender.
Brenda is called Blender.
Brenda se llama e Blenda.
Brenda se llama Blender.
Okay. Oh, jeez.
Brenda, 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 Brenda.
Did I tell you have a sexy translation voice?
Gracias.
Ah, you're welcome. Okay, that's enough of that shit. Brenda the gender blender.
And it goes
So
on.
which
and
restroom,
it
which
goes
public restroom do you use, Brenda? Yeah, been a few years, I would say, right? I never even got out of Spanish 1. I spent most of my time staring up... Oh, geez, I forgot her name finally after all these years. Well, I could call her Mrs. Watson. I remember that. Oh, my God. Tell me, Brenda. Help me. What was her name? I can't believe I forgot. It's been that long now. Oh. No, don't tell me. Spanish teacher. Miss Dorsey. No, what the hell was her name? Help me. Salvador. That's it. Why couldn't I have the friggin' Spanish name? Why couldn't I
I bet
think
you
of it?
permanently had your dick in your hand when you was a teenager.
I did. I was staring up her dress all the time. She wore miniskirts, and she sat there on the corner of the desk, and I know Tim Abfall was sitting right up there in the front row. He was having a hell of a time, and no telling who else was up there in that front row learning Spanish. Vivian Salvador. Sí, señor. Then she became señora. That's another thing I do use once in a while, too, is when I'm talking to some of the Mexican women that clean the restrooms in a lot of these restaurants and things, you know. You know, if I want to talk to them before I say senora or senorita, I ask them, senora y senorita, and then they tell me whether they're married or not married, and I can address them properly because I don't know. They don't wear rings and stuff like Americans do. Plus the jobs they do, they don't wear jewelry doing it. So I feel better just, and it all, I think it breaks the ice too. Oh, they're not, huh? No surprise, I guess. Did she marry or tap Tim Abfall, or what happened there? Adonde hasta tu hormona? Something about...
Write in English in the bloody chat room, because Randy has to put it through Google
I
Translate.
think that's something about she was boning Herman, or something like that.
And then it creates loads of dead air.
Donde está tu hermosa? Creates dead air. Since when are you worried about it?
Well, since we're making not as much noise.
I see.
He said he spelt it wrong. So write it in English. There you go, Jerry.
All it says is
There's
you're
a challenge
beautiful.
for you.
Something. Now, see, he says donde está, that's where is. So he says, where is the beauty?
Well, I'm right here.
Well, I know
Don't
that,
need
and you
Google
know
Translate for that.
that. Because donde está su jefe is where is your boss. And I
In
used that a lot when I was
English,
trucking.
Jerry. English. You can even use American English if you want.
Now he's speaking Russian. Привет, comrade. All right, enough fooling around. It's music time. Let's see. What do we got? We got lots of stuff over here. I just put some great stuff together here. Steve Owen, Darn Tootin', Stephen Calley, a Double Golden, Darren Morris Band, High on Some Willie. That's new stuff we just got.
High on some Willie.
High on Some Willie.
I could get high on some Willie later.
Well, come on then.
Why, that Benny Pittsinger, he's so damn ugly his mama had to tie a pork chop around his neck so the dogs would play with him. Yanky and the Brit Show.
The Yankee and the Brit Show is just like breakfast at Granny's. You get a couple of tits in your tea.
Yankee and the Brit, Friday night.
What's so dry in Texas? The Baptists are sprinkling, the Methodists are spitting, and the Catholics are giving rain checks. Yankee and the Brit Show. Little wet behind the ears, but that's all right.
Well, I played that tune, and that reminded me of another tune, so I got to play the tune that it reminded me of. And it's this one. And I don't know why it did. I think the music's similar in some way there, somewhere. Yankee and the Brit on a Friday night. Such a cool tune. I like Matchbox 20. When it came out, I was grooved by that coolness of Rob Thomas. And Smooth, along with Santana. Hey, man, Santana, that is good stuff, you know. And let's see. All the other cool tunes they got. They got lots of cool ones. It's from the 2000s, I think, right? Early 2000s they came out? 99, 2001 or 2, somewhere in there. Oh, it's been a long time. But it's got that groove, that smooth, mellow. Oh, smooth, like the song. Smooth. Anyways, not much happening tonight. Thanks, Jerry. It's just Friday night, so, and it's a lackadaisical kind of Friday night. So just sitting here, kind of grooving and moving, not getting too excited.
It's been a
about
bit of
too
a
much.
busy day, hasn't it? So we're just tired. Not, my head's not sleepy tired. Like I want to go to sleep,
No,
but my body's a bit
tired.
tired.
Though,
Yeah, I'm a
well,
bit.
we took Pop shopping today, so now it's getting to the point where we're starting to take Pop places, and you know I'm hoping, and I say this, with a broken heart, if you will. I hate for him to ever quit driving, but the day's coming. So we're starting to take him more places. He still goes. I mean, like he took off and went to the store today, things like that. But it worries me because his eyesight's not much good. His hearing stinks. And it's just, he's 87 years old, for Christ's sake. But anyways, we're getting into that. Issues with the house over there that I'm working on now. I'm calling an electrician. Them son of bitches come over here and friggin' took his wallet out of his hand and handed him a 20 bag. It was the Jane Jetson thing going on with that. So I said, screw them assholes, I'll fix it. So I went and bought some parts today. I'll get it figured out somehow. And probably going to have to cut a hole in the floor because there's supposedly a crossover box under the house. When they put the two halves of the house together, there's supposed to be a box there where everything gets wired up. So I think I spotted where all the wires come in the house and go to the panel and all that, but it's a big friggin' pain in the ass. I don't know why the hell, if they're going to do that shit, they can't put it like up inside the house in a little closet or somewhere where you can get to that stuff easier. But that's not how it works. Anyways, it's a nice house. Reuben sandwich. Oh my God, is that awesome? Make sure you get an extra tub of Thousand Islands to dip that in. You should dip it for every bite. Oh, would I love a Reuben right now? Where can we go get one? Does Cheddar's deliver?
Cracker Barrel.
Oh, no. I want a real one. I don't want that fake shit. I want to go back to
I don't know why
that.
people have such a problem with Cracker Barrel. It's nice food.
I want to go back to that deli in Cleveland that Keith used to take me to. I'm going to go in there and get a real Reuben sandwich. Them son of a bitches were about friggin' a foot tall, packed with sauerkrauten und das fresh cut beef. Oh, those were real, man. That lady, I'll tell you what, I can remember her face, but I can't remember her name. But old Hazel there, she could make a friggin' sandwich, boy. Whew, them was awesome. God, I love those things. I know there's nothing like going to a good, Chicago deli or over in Jersey somewhere or along the East Coast and get yourself some real eating. Them people grub. They don't care about the grease and all that shit.
Nah.
Oh, are you kidding me? You don't even know what you're missing till you go to the East Coast and eat in some of those greasy little diners like we don't have around here.
I'm glad we don't have them around here.
Oh,
Otherwise, you would be in them permanently.
I would be
I would never see my husband of a day.
I would be king of the fatzos. Slyman's. No, you know what? I don't remember the name of it. It was right downtown, too, because we were renovating a couple floors in a bank building downtown. This is like 2001, I think, or something. Not too long before I came here. 2001 or 2. I came here in, what was it, 5 or 8? Somewhere around in there.
Somewhere like that.
But anyways, it was, hell if I can remember. It was in a little back alley, though, but it was just a block or two away from the bank building. But hell, I can't remember any of that shit. It's been so long. But boy, I'll tell you what. Nice greasy little hash-slinging joint tucked away in some greasy little alley. It was so New Yorkish. I guess that's why I liked it so much.
I tell you the British equivalent to that. And you got the fish fingers that you get over here. They're not like your fish sticks.
Oh, nothing over here is as good as that.
The Findus fish fingers that you get in the UK, they're really, really nice. And I would...
a fish and finger
shut
pie.
your face! I would grill them, and then I'd make some beans on toast. Brits love beans on toast. It's literally as simple as it sounds, baked beans on buttered toast. But what I would do is I would make the toast, then I would put the fish fingers on the toast, and then I would put baked beans on, and sometimes mix a little bit of butter in with the baked beans, and that is sex on a plate. I mean, your sex
I gotta
life,
tell you, that don't sound so bad.
your sex life does not get any better than that. You can have multiple orgasms galore, but it does not beat
What do you do as a
the
woman? Go over
fish
there and,
fingers and beans on toast.
what do you do as a woman? Go over there and pump a fish stick or what?
I guess.
She all right? Sharon holding up? She's killing me. I love that girl. She's like the way coolest. I don't think she realizes how much I think of her. Great people, man. Best people in the world. I could almost get a tear in my eye thinking about them, too. Anyways, almost.
Yeah, they are the good people.
Oh, my God. Are you kidding me? They're the best.
And Keith always
Keith has always treated me with more respect than anybody I've ever worked for. Almost anybody I've known, anything short of mom and pop. And
Keith always makes Randy stamp his feet. Apart from me,
Oh, he's a funny son of a
apart from
bitch.
me,
Oh my
nobody
God.
else makes Randy stamp his feet. You know, when Randy finds something really funny, he stamps his feet. And I've heard he does it around me, and the only other person is Keith. So he must be a funny guy.
Well, that's why I've been friends for so long, is because the chemistry is just there. His sense of humor just kicks my ass, and I'm always, the joke things. If I see a good joke, I call him with, "Hey, you got to hear this one," and he still gets a kick out of that shit. So that's the best part. Oh, jeez, love that stuff. Love those people. All right, well, let's see. Let's go back to some musica. Here is Steve Earle and the Dukes and Heartbroke with the Yankee and the Brit.
You know, Janae, life's like a box of dildos. You never know what's going to come next. That's all I got to say about that.
Hardy har har har. Just having ourselves a good old time. Anywho-ha, like Donna had said in the Chatsky over there, is on Sunday night we'll be playing the songs that were number one on the charts on the day you were born. She's got a pretty good list going so far, about 13 or so. Got quite a mixture. Seems the average age for all of us is, between us all, is about 55 or so. So I'd say it's a bunch of booby bamers and baby boomers and bammer booby baby bammer boober bobbers. So that's what's happening there. So if you hear this later or you're hearing it now, keep that in mind. You can still come in Sunday and tell us.
Yeah, the year of birth goes from the earliest, which is 1949, of Benny Pitzinger, and it goes
40 friggin' 9.
40 freaking 9 for Benny, and then it goes all the way up to 65, which is April Smallholt. And then there's 1970 for Mike Tate, and then 79 for you. So I worked at the average between the 65 and the 49, which puts you about 55 average. The average.
You're close to
age
that.
group. There is actually 4 people that have sent their date of birth in that were born in 1958. It must have been a good year. And
They were born in 58?
Yeah, there's a 49, 54, 55, 56, 4 in 58. Then there's a 59, a couple in 61 that were born just a day apart. And then there was a 65, a 70, and my beautiful, beautiful self, 79.
You're such a knob.
I know. I'm also full of crap.
That's quite a list you got going on there, though.
Yes, sir.
Ja. Okay. Well, there's the rundown, the shakedown, and the whereabouts about all that noise. Goodbye back to everybody. So, moving right along, I guess. Let's go back to the music.
Moving. Hi.
Moving.
That's what I was trying to say.
Okay.
Only I sound more like a cow than you do.
You really ought to watch what you say.
I do.
You can get yourself in so much. And wait a minute, I ought to watch what I can say. I can get myself in so much trouble. Oh, brother.
Hey, this is the Wild Man, Peebo Wilson.
This is Erica K. Foltz.
Hi, my name is Sierra.
This is Steve Hickman.
This is Sarah Bullis.
This is Tommy Lee Moffat.
This here is Grant Daniels.
This is Tim Wilkins.
Hi, this is Brad James, and you're listening to the Yankee and the Brit on the RTM Radio Network.
Playing more music on your #1 internet radio station. Old Fishbone was a guitar man, and he sure could play the blues. Well, he played with all the old-time greats when he was a younger lad. They called him the Electric Boy, the kid with the lightning hands. And I was proud to back him up, my bass guitar and me. His music cast its magic spell, while the singers took the glory.
Old Fishbone was a guitar man who sure could play the blues. His music told the story of a man who paid his dues. He knew every note on his old guitar, just which one to play. His melody could tell you more than words could ever say.
You see, Fishbone was a silent man who never said a thing. And most thought he was born like that, but some said he used to sing. They told me tales about a voice that made the angels sigh, a boy that sang with all his soul. Then suddenly he was silent. They say he got a catfish bone stuck in his throat one night. The doctor had to cut it out with one slip of the knife. That silver voice was gone for good, never heard again. And so the old man that I knew spoke only with his hands. One day I gathered all my nerves and asked if it was true. He motioned me come closer, seemed all that he could do. He hissed, "My guitar is my voice." And to this very day, in all the years I've known him, that's all I ever heard him say.
Old Fishbone was a guitar man who sure could play the blues. His music told the story of a man who paid his dues. He knew every note on his old guitar, just which one to play. His melody could tell you more than words could ever say.
Old Fishbone was a guitar man. I sure could play the
blues. Red, White, and Pink Slip Blues. God, I love that song. Hits me right in the heart. Ooh. What's up, Brit?
Good evening, and look who is in the chat room.
What lovely person is it now?
Mr. Bobbert Kennedy.
Hello,
I've
Bob.
just told Mrs. Jib Jab she needs to come in the chat room because there's too many testicles in here tonight. There's not a single woman in here. It's all blokes.
Hi, Becky.
So we need Mrs. Jib Jab in here. So everybody in the chat room, you need to demand, and I mean demand, that she comes in.
Mrs. Jib
so
Jab
that
is
me
one
and
of
Brenda the Blender has a bit of company.
Mrs. Jib Jab is one of my favoriteest people, too.
She is.
She's such a
She's
nice
the coolest.
lady. I just love the hell out of her. And her husband, of course, too, is a good man.
And we have a little,
Wish we lived closer.
we have a Mrs. Jib Jab in Walmart, don't we? Walmart in Denison.
Yeah, she's kind of like her a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody can be like Becky, but that's beside the point.
Nobody, and I mean nobody.
I remember that number one song they was playing when they put me in that pink room. My doctor smelled like whiskey and Old Spice.
There she is! Yay!
Alrighty then. Well, now that you're here there, young lady, we got a little surprise for
everybody
you.
in the chat room, pants on Mrs. Jib Jab Becky, and give her lots of wet kisses, no tongues.
And tell her how cool she
pants
is.
all over her.
Awesome. Nice to see you come in the house. Everybody's all happy about that. Come on in the house out the rain there, woman. Get over here. And, hey, everything all right around there? Weather been treating you good? No naders or none of that shit tearing up the place around there? Hope not. Anyways, here's something for you, Becky. I think you get a kick out of this.
Broadcasting around the world. This is your number one internet radio station. The music you love right here, right now.
Could be had by all back in the day.
Yes, sir.
See what happens when people come to visit us? You get to sing. You get to have fun.
Yes.
We con you into doing things you don't want to do.
I know. And I still have the little interview that
Between Becky and Caesar?
yes, between Becky and Caesar the radio dog.
I know. What a great time.
Anyway, what I was about to mention a few minutes ago was Alfred, considering he's a Great Dane, bigger than Caesar the radio dog, he is curled up in the teeny-weeniest little ball on your side of the sofa.
I know. He's cold. That's part of his problem, I think.
It's really warm in here tonight.
You know why he kept coming in there?
Why did he keep coming in here?
He wanted me to start a fire. Come on, Bob, it's cold in here. He started a damn fire, freezing my big giant balls off.
Well, Caesar the radio dog had his nuts chopped off, but Alfred, boy, does he got a pair. He has got a huge pair, and he proudly walks around with those bad boys, doesn't he?
Even when they get cold. All right, we have one more here for Becky while she's here. I know she'll remember this. She has a little part in this.
Yes, I stole your voice.
Yes, and let's see who else was in this. Bob was in this.
Bobbett Kennedy, yes.
Yes.
Keith Sampson.
Me, Keith Sampson, Becky, Dan Conley.
Dan Conley.
Was there anybody else? Did we miss somebody? Jake.
Yes, Jake and Thomas.
Yes, Thomas too, that's right. Well, here it is. And
I think I've got everyone.
That's what makes the Radio Rascals so cool, is this kind of stuff. Here's Dan Conley first.
Sir, do you have Man of Constant Sorrow by the Yankee and the Brit?
Ooh, Becky's first.
No, ma'am. We got a new shipment in yesterday, and I'm sorry, but we just can't keep it on our shelves.
Sorry, it was Becky first and then Tim. Oh, did we have fun with this one? The Yankee and the Brit and the Radio Rascals and a Man of Constant Sorrow. You should see the video.
Constant sorrow all through his days.
I am a man of constant sorrow. I've seen trouble all my days. I bid farewell to old Ohio, the place where I was born and raised.
The place where he was born and raised.
So goddamn is the Yankee and the Brit.
Oh, 6 long years I've been in trouble. No pleasure here on earth I found. Oh, in this world I'm bound to ramble. I have no friends to help me now.
He has no friends to help him now.
It's fare thee well, my old true lover. I never expect to see you again. Oh, I'm bound to ride that northern railroad. Perhaps I'll die upon this train.
Perhaps he'll die upon this train.
You can bury me in some deep valley, or many years where I may lay. Then you may learn to love another while I'm sleeping in my grave.
While he is sleeping in his grave.
Maybe your friends think I'm just a stranger. My face you'll never see no more. But there is one promise that is given. I'll meet you on God's golden shore. He'll meet you on God's golden shore.
Yankee and the Brit and the Radio Rascals. Yes, sir. Boy, do we have some freaking... I love that shit. How come we don't do more of that stuff? Because we don't have time.
I know. And
Damn
then when we commit to it, we're like, oh, we've got so much to do.
I know. Now we got to hurry. But here's another cool one Bob mentioned. We had fun doing this one, too. Radio Rascals with the Yankee and the Brit and Red Solo Cup. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bob was part of this one, too. Sing along, y'all.
Now a Red Solo Cup is the best receptacle for barbecues, tailgates, fairs, and festivals. And you, sir, do not have a pair of testicles if you prefer drinking from glass. That's right. A Red Solo Cup is cheap and disposable, and in 14 years they are decomposable. And unlike my home, they are not foreclosable. Freddie Mac can kiss my ass. Woo! Red Solo Cup,
I lift you up.
Let's have a party. Let's have a party.
I love you, Red Solo Cup.
Red Solo,
I lift you up.
Proceed the party. Proceed the party.
Now I really love how you're easy to stack, but I really hate how you're easy to crack. Cause when beer runs down the front of my back, well that, my friends, is quite yucky. But I have to admit that the ladies get smitten, admiring how sharply my first name is written on you with a Sharpie when I get to hitting on them to help me get lucky. Red Solo Cup, I fill you up.
Let's have a party. Let's have a party.
I love you, Red Solo Cup.
Red Solo,
I lift you up.
Proceed the party. Proceed the party.
Now I've seen you in blue and I've seen you in yellow, but only you, Red, will do for this fellow. Cause you are my Abbott unto my Costello, and you are the fruit to my loom.
Here we go now.
Red Solo Cup, you're more than just plastic. You're more than amazing. You're more than fantastic. And believe me that I'm not the least bit sarcastic when I look at you and say,
Red Solo Cup?
Red Solo Cup?
What?
You're not just a cup.
No, gosh, no.
You're my friend.
Yeah.
Thank you for being my friend.
Yeah.
Okay.
Red Solo Cup, I fill you up.
Let's have a party. Let's have a party.
I love the Red Solo Cup. I lift you up.
Proceed the party. Proceed the party. Red Solo Cup.
Red Solo Cup,
I fill you up. Let's
Hey, Pop,
have a
didn't I get to
party.
sing this song too?
Let's have a party.
Let's have a party.
Red Solo Cup.
Very soon. Hang on.
I lift you up.
Let's have a party.
Let's have a
Almost there.
Proceed the
All right, I'm
party.
listening. Can I sing along?
Solo Cup. Solo Cup.
Good boy. Do it again.
Solo Cup. Solo Cup. Solo Cup.
I remember that.
Solo Cup.
That was a lot of fun. I know. We had a blast, didn't we? Yes, sir. A lot of fun, Al. Hey, you guys. Good night.
Good night. We are out of here. We are gone.
Love y'all, man.
Finito.
You are way too
we have
cool.
8 minutes left.
Well, I got one more tune.
You do?
I do.
What do you have?
I have this one right here. So say goodnight, Donna.
Good night, Donna.
We'll see y'all tomorrow night. Same time, same bad channel. Yankee and the Brit's the place to be. Radio living is the life for me. Airwaves spreading out so far and wide. Keep your FM, just give me that internet side.
Online is where I'd rather stay. I've got a lot of music to play. I just adore a Yankee view. Darling, I love you, but give me a show to do.
The Chat.
The Brats.
On air.
That's fair.
You are my wife.
Goodbye, British life.
The Yankee and the Brit on air.